But tonight, the remarkable and moving images from London as Queen Elizabeth takes her final journey back to Buckingham Palace for the last time. The Queen's coffin lifting off a military cargo plane from Scotland, where she spent her final days. Princess Anne, the Queen's only daughter, with her mother every step of the way. In a new statement, calling it an honor and a privilege to take the Queen home. The flag-draped coffin gently carried down off the plane and placed in a hearse for that journey through London. Crowds lining the way, eager for a last glimpse of the Queen, the coffin lit inside the hearse. There was near silence until the motorcade passed by, when people would spontaneously break into cheers and applause for their Queen. And on a rainy night in London, the Queen arriving where crowds have been gathered for hours inside the palace tonight, the Queen's family waiting to welcome her home. The motorcade driving the Queen into Buckingham Palace for the last time. ABC's James Longman leading us off from London tonight.
Tonight, a Queen comes home. The hearse brought in convoy through London's busy streets, thousands stopping to get a glimpse, roads at a standstill. The rain-soaked journey casting a wave of emotion through the capital, at last sweeping in front of Buckingham Palace and through those iconic gates. Thousands outside waiting for a chance to catch a glimpse, the emotion on their faces clear. As we were on the air, the hearse drove by our position.
It's here. You can see it.
Yeah.
I feel a bit moved, don't you?
Yeah.
The King, his Queen Consort Camilla, the new Prince and Princess of Wales, and Harry and Meghan arriving at the palace to receive the Queen. Earlier today, Elizabeth left her beloved Scotland one last time. The Royal Regiment of Scotland saluting Her late Majesty, the national anthem playing. This military plane usually carries troops in aid. It's never had a more precious cargo. Princess Anne has accompanied her mother's coffin every step of this final journey across her former kingdom. The normally stoic Princess Royal had a moving statement, calling it an honour and a privilege to take the Queen home, thanking those who've stopped to pay respects, and writing, "I was fortunate to share the last 24 hours of my dearest mother's life. We've been reminded how much of her presence and contribution to our national identity we took for granted. To my mother, the Queen, thank you." The last time we saw Her Majesty at Buckingham Palace was for her Platinum Jubilee, celebrating her 70-year reign. And that striking image, the Queen with her three heirs, Charles, William and George. Tonight, above the palace, the royal standard flying at full staff, now for King Charles. London is preparing for what could be the largest gathering in British history. Authorities expect more than 750,000 people to visit, despite the weather. The Queen, the embodiment of British history, will lie in state in 1,000-year-old Westminster Hall.
And I thought, well, she's reigned for 70 years, so 24 hours of rain isn't going to hurt me for a while. She's like a mother, grandmother that I've never met, and I think that she's done a fantastic job. I'm very proud to be British.
And so let's bring in James Longman with us again tonight from Buckingham Palace. And James, we were on the air together earlier today. We were all struck by the crowds of people. We also know there are already people lining up in the rain outside Westminster Hall waiting for their chance to say goodbye to the Queen.
Yeah, David, it was an incredibly moving moment as she came past here. It was so quiet and so still. And yes, tonight her family have had a chance to spend a few moments with her before she is handed over to the nation for people to pay their respects. Lines are expected to last as long as 30 hours. But for now, tonight, Elizabeth spends her final night in her childhood home. David.
All right, James, we'll see you later this week in London and our coverage of the funeral next Monday here on ABC. James, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.